Today's episode is brought to you by the Be Real Podcasting Network. For more episodes like this, check out BREELnetwork.com.
I'm going to start it right now. Will, you have to sing our opening song.
Okay.
Go. Will, you're failing us.
There we go.
You're failing us. All right.
The
we'll get
last
started
ever
right now.
child, that's what the opening song was.
I want to be
All right.
the very best. Ba-da-da.
I don't have copyright for that. Welcome to the Underground Hot Pot, Episode 1. This is a show where we're going to be discussing a wide variety of TV, movie, and gaming news. Turn off our filters and tell you exactly what we think. On today's smorgasbord of topics, we include some New York Comic-Con trailers, some nerdy tidbits from upcoming superhero movies, and our thoughts on a few new fall TV shows. Before we get to that, let me introduce you to today's panel. There is no doubt in my mind that his dog is smarter than he is. How are you doing today, Tony?
Hey, that's right. My dog is probably smarter than me. You are correct.
And last time I was in his car, he was embarrassed to find the Nickelback CD in his CD player. Will, how's your car treating you these days?
The car is moving, but the Nickelback is not so much anymore.
That was last week. All right, we'll get started here. First up, this morning we got a second Rogue One Star Wars story trailer. I just want to say I am disappointed with how much of the story they gave us in the trailer, so I'm going to ask you guys not to spoil anything for the listener.
Or
if we're lucky. Oh, you haven't? Okay. You haven't listened to it either. So I just want to say that I loved it. I'm really excited for the movie, and it looks beautiful. It gave me the chills I only get from a Star Wars movie. But do they have to show this much because they don't have a Han Solo to put in the commercials?
Well, I think, honestly, very good, though it did show a little too much of the, I guess, second and third act is what I'd have to say, given what they've shown. But they did give us enough to lay the groundwork for some characters here. I'm really interested to see the main protagonist, father, what his role is in this whole thing. My main issue,
no
though,
spoilers.
is, I still have not seen one Bantam spy. Not one. So something that is in the greater lore here of the group responsible for stealing the actual plans has not been in the trailers or in the discussion so far. That's my main issue with that.
Okay. Will, thanks. How about you, Tony?
Since I haven't seen it, I can't really speak much to it, but just in general, I refuse to actually watch it because now that I've heard that they've really talked about the story in depth almost, like you can kind of guess what the plot is, I don't want to watch it. I want to go into this movie kind of shocked and not knowing what is coming. Like, it's actually shitty that I know that Vader's going to be in the movie. I almost don't want to see Vader. But whatever. I'm still going to go see it. It's a Star Wars movie. So, but I just don't want it spoiled. So I'm not going to watch the trailer,
All right. So last week we had New York Comic-Con, and they released a bunch of trailers and gave us some sneak peek info. And we got the first trailer for the new super angsty high school Power Rangers movie. We'll go to you, Tony. What do you think?
I kind of like it. It's I don't see it having much to do with the Power Rangers I grew up with, but look it, why not? I'm actually wearing a Power Rangers T-shirt right now, so it's I'm a fan.
Great.
I'm a fan. But it looks a little strange. The angsty part of it is I don't know how I'm gonna like that, but I'll still give it a shot. I mean, Bryan Cranston is Zordon. That's dope. And isn't Hader playing Alpha 5? I think
He is.
That's cool.
And that's Elizabeth Banks as Rita.
Right. Which is a totally new take on that character, which is all right, sure. I'll give it a go. The worst they could do is fuck up really bad, then I'm never gonna go see another one of those movies. But if they nail it, that's awesome.
I really hope with Rita they keep the same off voice work with her. She would never talk in the same manner that she was supposed to.
Yeah.
in the original shows. No, but I was a Power Rangers kid. I mean, I had the toys. I had that White Ranger's tiger sword that talked. Oh, that thing was so cool. Oh, that was so cool.
That's
But
so
just this weekend, HBO was playing the 1995 Power Rangers movies.
I had this shit on VHS. So good.
I knew every word. I've watched that so many times. But there's also that really dark Power Rangers short film that came out last year with Katie Sackhoff and
Great.
who's that, Vanderbeek?
Really
What?
put
Oh,
a
man.
light on that whole series.
Definitely check that out if you haven't seen it.
That's the
Um,
internet clip, right? Like it's like
It
only
was
like,
just a bunch of shorts, but essentially it gave a more adult tone. It allowed you to think that this series from your childhood could have potential right now.
But it also kind of aged the series, so it's like way after they're kids, they're adults, and things have gone wrong. Maybe there's a reason they're always teenagers that are Power Rangers. But this didn't give us what we were hating about the Star Wars, which is way too much info. We got a high school that wasn't quite Mean Girls, but it wasn't quite Twilight either. It was somewhere blue, aura'd, and I like the director. He did a couple of those other movies like Project Almanac with a bunch of young people. But it's just a teaser. This was like Breakfast Club when I always thought of Power Rangers as Pacific Rim. Will, what'd you think?
I honestly really liked how they already gave you a little bit of the origin. Not too much, but just enough to tease you when they got their basically the little power stones they always use to put their armor on. I also like how they've updated the armor. I think that's really going to help audiences get into it, especially with this market that's just flooded with superheroes. Giving their armor kind of an Iron Man flair is what I thought it looked like. Also, I'm really, the rumors are everywhere on this right now, but I'm really hoping the Green Ranger makes an appearance somewhere in that movie. I think that'd be absolutely incredible.
that would be so awesome. Be so awesome.
Like just even at the end, that last little bit of the movie, or even after the movie, the little end credits scene with him arriving. I think that'd be,
All right,
after
Okay.
that scene. I think that'd be incredible.
Okay, so what about a post-credit scene with the Green Ranger, but it's actually still played by the same dude that was Tommy? He's like an MMA fighter.
Oh my god! And like
He could
handing
totally
off the
pull that
reins.
off.
That would be
no,
so
just looking badass. This
Oh.
is gonna be his like coming out party as an action hero. He's gonna be like the new Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Okay, so here we go. Next subject. John Wick Chapter 2 Trailer 1. Will, what did you think of this brand new trailer?
Honestly, the first movie never really spoke to me. It seemed like yet another Keanu Reeves movie saying, I know Kung Fu, and him just running around and doing some wicked ass moves, but nothing really substantial. However, this next trailer, it looks like it has potential, but it looks like it could also honestly be like Taken 2. Where the first, was cool for the action aspect. Now it looks like they're really trying to push it. It looks slightly like it could be effortless or completely overdone. The trailer doesn't allow me to lean one way or the other. Just I wasn't a really big fan of the first one, so the second one I'm cautious about.
Tony?
So I haven't even seen John Wick 1. So it just looked like a badass action flick. Like John Wick sounds awesome. Like I really like the concept of it. But I just say I haven't seen it yet, so I really don't. I don't know. From the trailer, it looks sweet though. Like I'll check it out. I have nothing against Keanu and him shooting a bunch of shit. Like that sounds awesome.
Yeah, no, I loved it too. Give me another 2 hours of that first movie. I loved it. Wasn't a complex plot. Give them a reason to walk into a room outnumbered. This one looks like it's the same. It's exotic clubs, fancy settings. He's hunting someone again, and there's a dog, which
Yes.
hopefully doesn't die.
Yeah,
but he's like
I'm about
not
to say,
angry.
he's pretty much doomed at this point. That dog, either kidnapped or just gonna die.
Just as if you've never seen the first one, the line when he's like, "What style of suit?" Tactical. It's so good, and this is done by the same guys as the first one. So hopefully, we don't get a Taken 2 or 3, or Die Hard 2 or 4 or 5. Okay,
Agreed.
next subject.
Agreed. Here's hoping.
For sure.
So Sigourney Weaver is set to be the villain for the Defenders series on Netflix. This is where they will team up the current Marvel Netflix heroes Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist. I have not a clue who this is going to be. Maybe Enchantress or someone behind the Hand who's resurrecting people and digging giant holes in New York City. But for that, I guess, Will, who do you think it's going to be?
So there's a couple ideas out here. First off, we have Iron Fist coming in. That's really exciting. And what that really allows is this whole other group of bad guys known as the Hand. They're more mystical. They're basically ninjas, badass ninjas. So there's a couple options that popped up here. I think Viper, for those of you who don't know who she has ties with the Hand. She's been a constantly recurring character in the Daredevil works and has had ties to Iron Fist as well. So she would be a perfect fit. Also, just the costume, the way she looks, and her drawn work would totally work with Sigourney Weaver. Now, there's more outlandish things or people being suggested. There's Silvermane, and then as far as the most outlandish is Alexander Bont, who is basically the Fisk before Fisk existed. So there's options out there, but I really like Viper as the one that has the most potential, the one that allows the most of the universe to come alive.
Tony, what'd you think?
I think it's an awesome announcement. I have no idea who that character is going to be, like who she's going to play. But the fact that she's involved is extremely exciting. Like, I think Netflix is killing it with these Marvel properties, and now they have somebody with as much cachet as Sigourney Weaver. That's awesome. You know, whoever she plays, it's going to be sweet, and I'm just really excited for it. Like, just give me more Marvel. Marvel's awesome right now. Keep going.
Absolutely. So next subject. Guy Ritchie is set to direct Disney's upcoming live-action Aladdin movie. So this follows Cinderella and the Jungle Book, and they're also coming out with Beauty and the Beast, starring Emma Watson, and Jon Favreau is set to direct the upcoming Lion King movie. And then they choose the epitome of R-rated directors to be put in the helm. So when I hear Guy Ritchie, I think Snatch or Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, but he's been on a streak of period piece films. We've got Man from U.N.C.L.E. We've got Sherlock Holmes movies. He did 2 of those. And he's got an upcoming King Arthur movie. But can he tone it down for this Aladdin movie? My question to Tony, how many F-bombs will Disney allow in this upcoming movie?
0. But it's very exciting. Like, I like that Disney is trying to take on these movies live action. Like, it's Beauty and the Beast makes sense. And what was the other one that they've already done?
The Jungle Book.
Jungle Book, yeah. And apparently that was really good. So
It's fantastic.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. Like, I feel like I haven't seen like anything. But it'll be interesting. Like, Guy Ritchie's very hit or miss for me. Like, just like you said, Burke, I think of Snatch and Lock, Stock when I think Guy Ritchie. But, like, I've also seen the Sherlock Holmes movies, and the first one was really good. The second one was kind of shit. You know, he's good sometimes, bad others, but why not? Like, I would love to see how they try to pull off the genie because, you know, 90% of the Aladdin that I love is Robin Williams as the genie. So the genie was the thing that I loved about Aladdin. So whatever they do, it should be like it better be good. You know, like that's the hard thing to live up to. So if Guy Ritchie's up for the task, then kudos.
Will, what'd you think?
So, a couple things. I'm admittedly not the biggest Disney fan, so I'll just get that right out of the way right now.
Did you have a childhood?
I did, and I watched the movies, but you know what? That didn't carry through into my teens or my adult years right now. So, to each their own. But beyond all that, two things I think that can really be taken to this. One, Guy Ritchie has proven himself to tone it down. He did it in the Sherlock Holmes films. Those are much more kind of artsy but still action-packed films. So he is capable of doing this. I do like the point that Tony raised about the genie here. Now, admittedly, no one can ever top Robin Williams' role in that. He was crazy. He was enthusiastic. He was vibrant. If I had to pick one Disney film to watch again, this would probably be it. So I really hope that they approach the genie in a unique way. And one way I really hope they do is to approach it as a jinn. In Arabic folklore, the jinn granted wishes very much like, but not as the fun genie. It was more of a violent, earthly being. So I'm hoping maybe more of a modern, darker take happens on this film. Thoughts on that?
Yeah. I think it's going to be really hard to replace the genie. I can't even think of someone that I would pick off the top of my head that could fill those shoes. But
if you go darker, you don't need to replace. You get to maintain that idea of that fun-loving genie, but you give.
And Guy Ritchie is the guy to go darker. But again, it's a Disney film.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a Disney.
Which comedian would you guys have off the top of your heads of filling the genie? Because I think T.J. Miller would be fantastic.
Hannibal Buress.
You did it. All right. We're done here. That's the one.
Nailed
I'd have
it.
to say Louis. I'd have to say Louis, though.
No, that's so sad.
What about
John Mulaney?
All
All right.
Genie, come on. Could you not, kind of a pathetic genie just kind of following Aladdin around and him saying, "Get your ass over here." Come on. That could have some good humor there. But Hannibal Buress, yeah.
Wait a minute. Follow me for a second. What if they go in this direction with the genie? Older, shorter, fatter. They cast Patton Oswalt.
Okay.
But no one would take the film seriously. I love the concept, but no one would take the film seriously.
Who cares? It's a Disney movie.
Okay.
It's set in the Middle East. I pitch Larry David.
No. Way too.
It would be so perfect because he could do all the same like modern day references that would go over everyone's head, and he would just get angry about it. It would be brilliant. Pretty good.
But I don't think you can fill up a whole movie him going. There'd just be way too much of that. That's basically like dead air, essentially.
All right, next subject. The Batman movie is Ben Affleck's upcoming Batman movie with Joe Manganiello set to play the Deathstroke in the film.
Sick.
Which is awesome.
Personally, I love the idea of a big screen Deathstroke. I really hope they do what they should have done with Bane. In the comics, Bane breaks out a bunch of mid-level villains from Arkham, pushes Batman through this gauntlet of constant close calls where he doesn't have any time to rest. And when he's at his breaking point, Bane shows up at his house and plays chiropractor.
Yeah, beats the shit out of him.
That was a joke because he breaks Batman's back. Anyways, I think Joe has a scruffy look to play the part of the Dark Knight hunting mercenary. He played another scruffy character on True Blood, but I don't really recall him having any great action scenes in that. But with a mask on, I guess stunt doubles can handle that. Will, my question to you, which of the other hunks from Magic Mike do you want to see in a DC film?
Oh man, there are just so many. I know the film so well. I have no idea. No, but I actually.
Is it on in the
I was
background
a
there,
big True Blood. I was a true True Blood. It had its good moments, and I think Joe can actually bring in a lot of the. He played the werewolf on that. Joe, and honestly, there's always been this animalistic side of Deathstroke, but Joe also has that salt and pepper thing going on. So it could be an older, more distinguished Deathstroke, someone who's seen some shit, been through some moments, and brings a lot of experience. Deathstroke has always been, he's always had a lot of thought and foresight into any battle he goes into, and I've really liked that about him. And him going in with an older, broken down Batman, I think this could be a great just battle of titans, the last fight for these two unique individuals.
Tony?
I'm excited. I mean, just like Will was saying, I'm excited for the fight scenes between a old Batman versus another really trained warrior that doesn't have superpowers either. He's fighting just a dude that has martial arts abilities and weapons. It's gonna be interesting. I like that they're going with the older Batman as the Batman of this new DC universe. I really don't like anything else in the DC universe right now, but Batman could be good. I trust Affleck, and he's writing himself, directing it, and starring in it. He has a lot of chips down on the table for this movie. So I think it'll turn out all right, and I think Deathstroke's a good choice for a Batman villain. I'm curious to see if they bring in others. Deathstroke's not gonna be the only villain. There's gonna be somebody else in there. Who is that going to be? It's interesting. Yeah, I'm very excited for that movie, and Deathstroke is a big part of that.
Absolutely.
I'd like to respond to one thing he said. The other villains. My hope here is they start paving the way for the Legion of Doom.
Okay.
Maybe bring in a Solomon Grundy here as the first. He releases him, he gets him to go after Batman, something like that. Just lay the foundation for that formation of that group. I think that'd be amazing.
Oh yeah, because Deathstroke's definitely smart enough not to go toe-to-toe just in a fist fight with Batman.
Yeah, correct.
Dude, Solomon Grundy is a good pick. That's a good pick.
You need a bruiser, man. He can fill that gap.
Okay, so we're talking about superhero movies. We got some first information about the upcoming Logan movie, which will be the final film for Hugh Jackman and for Patrick Stewart. We've seen two photos, one of a very old, beat-up-looking Xavier, one of a cut-hand Wolverine holding a little girl's hand. We know that the villain will be Pierce. We know that several girls are cloned from Wolverine into deadly weapons. One of them, they say, has only 2 claws. And that Xavier's powers are in flux, making him dangerous. Tony, what do you think?
Dude, I'm excited, super excited. Hugh Jackman has been amazing as Wolverine. Even though some of his movies have been shit, Wolverine Origins is a god-awful movie.
Oh, it's just terrible.
But he's always been pretty good. I've always enjoyed his performance. I like Old Man Logan. That storyline is dope as fuck. The fact that there's a little girl and the clones and the one that only has 2 claws, that clearly points to X-23, who's a dope ass character.
Yep.
Super cool character. And then Xavier's powers being out of whack, that could lead into some cool shit too. I like the elements at play here. This is another movie I might skip trailers on because I really want to go unsurprised. I want to go into this movie not knowing anything from trailers. Maybe the first teaser trailer I'll watch, but nothing else beyond that. It's gonna be cool, man. Especially if they end up killing Wolverine at the end of it, because Old Man Logan dies for a minute. That would be cool if they're just like, okay, Wolverine's dead now in the universe. Now X-23 is the new Wolverine. Or they just go on in X-Men without him being a central character anymore. Like it's gonna be cool.
I'm honestly hoping for the torch to be passed to X-23. I completely agree. She's an amazing character. You know, having a positive female character that take the forefront. You know, that Wolverine has been the central cohesive unit of this whole X-Men universe, and have that torch possibly passed on to X-23 to have a leading woman take over that role and be the focal point for all that's going to come in the future here for X-Men. I think that would be amazing.
Yeah.
I really do.
So, right, we're definitely thinking that it's cloned blood from the, spoiler alert, end of X-Men Apocalypse, where we see that Essex Corporation has the blood, which to me says Mr. Sinister.
Oh yeah.
I'm so excited. But
So
they
cool.
did say that the villain is going to be Pierce, who is a crazy cyborg who hates mutants. He's like the opposite of Bolivar Trask, who's Peter Dinklage's character from Days of Future Past. He is just a ruthless cyborg who hunts down mutants, and he's always because he's a cyborg, he can change what he looks like. So he's like in and out of the Hellfire Club and recruiting mutants to fight mutants. And he's an expert of robotics, and Wolverine always escapes, so he has definitely got beef with Wolverine. And yeah, the picture of Xavier looks awesome. He could have been captured and tortured by Pierce. I'm just really excited that this is a good one after a shit one and an all right one. What do you guys think other X-Men that will show up in the movie?
Fucking Cyclops. An older Cyclops.
This is supposed to take place in the future, so it would have to be an adult
Bishop.
Cyclops. It's not set in the 90s.
I think Bishop's going to show up, and maybe even Cable.
Cable, they're going to put in the next Deadpool, and we've already seen Bishop.
Yeah, but all right.
All right.
What about Morph?
Anything else? Morph?
I honestly would like to see more Psylocke too, because I feel as if X-Men Apocalypse never gave her due.
She sucked in that movie.
She really did, and she's an interesting character that never got developed.
But it's Olivia Munn
I
playing that character. They're probably not going for substance with that cast.
She had 4 lines, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not.
It was disappointing. It was disappointing.
That
I
whole movie was disappointing. That movie sucked. The movie was so
It had
bad.
so much potential.
Yeah,
But they made Cyclops into another weenie bitch.
and
Also, why was Angel German? I just watched it like a week ago, and that's bothering me. I don't know why.
Angel is German?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
okay.
Did he speak at all in the film?
Yeah. But okay, the thing that bothers me with like the way they do X-Men movies is that every time Jean Grey comes up, they have to allude to the Phoenix. It's like, you know what? She's a character outside of that arc. You know, like she's a pretty cool character outside of the whole Phoenix thing. Like,
But that's what gives her power. I mean, that's the argument why she's always able to stand up to all these villains. I mean,
My beef is always Cyclops. They always make him into a little bitch, and then like, oh, Cyclops or Wolverine's gonna steal your girl. Oh, we didn't sign you up for this movie in time, and you got a busy schedule. Dead in the first 2 minutes. Anyways, moving on. So we have been watching some fall TV shows, and we're gonna try to stay away from spoilers. But I just want to get you guys' thoughts on some of these new shows. The first one we're going to talk about is Designated Survivor. The housing secretary is kept away from the Capitol during a State of the Union speech and is the only person left alive after a terrorist attack. He becomes the president in a time of turmoil. Will, what do you think of the show?
I gotta say, I never was a big fan of 24. Kiefer Sutherland, I've seen him in multiple roles and found him okay. But this, I really think he's found his perfect place to act. He's allowed to act scared without knowing what he's doing, but there's still that badass side of him. When he's pushed into a corner in certain situations, he reacts. And I gotta say, the premise is really neat because it really does happen. Not a lot of people know about the designated survivor. Well, you know, a couple of things could use some work. I gotta say, the show has potential, and I'm really curious to see where it heads from here.
Tony?
I haven't seen it.
From the trailers, would you tune in?
I haven't even seen a trailer. I have no idea what this show is.
All right. All right.
So no, I disagree. I disagree with you, Will. I would watch anything Kiefer Sutherland is in. You remember that Three Musketeers movie from when we were little? Oh my god, that was so cool. But yeah, I'm a fan after a few episodes. It's a good cast, kind of people I've always seen in one place or the other. And as they move on with the show, I'm glad they're moving away from the like, can I still be a good dad if I'm president angle? That was, and I guess it's kind of how we all wish the executive office would work instead of the poorly written CBS sitcom we're watching on TV right now. That was a political reference. Anyways, Lethal Weapon. So it's the same premise as Mel Gibson and the Danny Glover films. Riggs and Marta are. What was that?
I said Donald Glover's a different guy.
Right. Yes, Mel Gibson and Danny Glover.
Reference right there.
Riggs and Murtaugh are the odd couple detective team. One's a zany, sometimes suicidal ex-ranger, teamed up with the play-it-safe family man who just wants to do his job and go home. Tony, did you get a chance to check out Lethal Weapon?
No. I don't have cable. Makes it really hard to watch these shows.
No Hulu?
No, I only have Netflix and Amazon Prime.
Wow.
That's probably good enough, though. Will, did you get a chance to check it out?
I did. I got through the, I'm going to call it 1.5 episodes here. So I'm actually a fan of the original films here. And Mel Gibson just has the right amount of crazy, because honestly, he probably is crazy. He was able to tap into that and really base a lot of his character off of that. The dynamics they have set right now, I'm not really feeling. I realize the heartbreak of the guy who's basically playing Gibson's character, but he's really lacking that I'm crazy. He's doing all the cliche things Gibson did, and it's given us a little bit of nostalgic, but I'm not believing that he's like really quite unhinged. Also, the play it safe dad, I didn't even get remotely any of that in the first episode, let alone the second. It doesn't seem like they're meshing well as a crime fighting duo. It doesn't have that you pull me in this direction and I pull you back to reality that the original films did. I agree with you. I'm not enjoying it so far.
No, I totally agree. The first one was like kind of unbearable to get through. They're like, all right, let's mash the first movie and maybe a bit of the second into a single episode of TV show. It gets better when it's just going to be a standalone TV show where every episode is just the next one that the crazy couple detectives gets into. But I just don't like the Wayans brother guy. He doesn't I can't watch him in something that's not a comedy. Every time I see him, I just think of Major Payne. Oh, you think that hurts? Oh, what's the line about the boogeyman? If he's in there, he ain't happy.
Also, I want to just raise a point. Like, something about those movies is they cause so much destruction in those. That was funny by the end of the movie. But then they were separated by years and years. Now we're going week to week, like causing millions of dollars of destruction every week. Any realistic sense would just be like, get these guys, take their guns away, get them the hell out of here. No person, no chief, no city in their right mind would keep these people together. And I realize that's part of the fun of the show, but it's got to be based in some tiny little bit of reality.
I hope they do the opposite. I hope they just go balls to the wall and no basis in reality. And every episode, it's like $10 million worth of damage. I don't want to see this serious. I don't want to see Law and Order starring Mel Gibson. Ugh. Pass. Anyways,
But he's
next
not even
subject.
remotely near Mel Gibson. He doesn't have the crazy. I look at his like crazy eyes, and I'm like, hey, that kind of looks like me on a daily basis. There
Bill,
we
you're
go.
the same person.
You look at Mel Gibson, and you're like, oh fuck, I don't even want to get near this guy. This guy is nuts. He's unhinged. I don't want to be in here.
That is a very true fact. All right, so the next show we're talking about is Son of Zorn. He's a He-Man-like cartoon character who leaves his his island of like endless war between evil, and moves to LA to rekindle a relationship with his son and ex-wife, who are both played by live-action people, not cartoons. I am a huge fan after just 3 episodes of this show. Larry David's wife from Curb Your Enthusiasm, Tim Meadows is the new boyfriend, and then this crazy shirtless cartoon guy with a sword in an office, voiced by Jason Sudeikis. You know, what's not to love? My question to you, Will, is which did you like better, the Smurfs movie or Yogi Bear 3D, which used this same tactic?
Oh, Yogi Bear 3D. There we go.
TJ Miller.
Of course. So what do you think, Will?
Classic.
Honestly, I didn't know what to expect going into this, and I gotta say I'm pleasantly surprised by what this show has already offered. It's really a unique take. I mean, you've got the classic estranged father coming in, messing up the family dynamic, having this ridiculous cartoon character. The He-Man universe, which hopefully we all saw during our childhood, because it's just one of those basic cartoons. But it's ridiculous to place him in a realistic, in the real world. Like his scenes at the office, are just hilarious. When he's mad, he chops a conference table in half, and someone walks in, and the HR person walks in, and is like, "Is this you?" No, I just walked in and it was totally like this. Like that's a sword cut, and you're the only person walking around here with a sword. Just like the simple little pleasures that they're able to like poke fun at these characters is great. And I also gotta say, the boyfriend Meadows, he's just playing it perfectly. He's what is it? Like a University of Phoenix online professor, and he's just this guy. The cartoon character represents hyper-masculinity, where he represents like the safest side men have to offer. So it's just this really interesting back and forth that they have. I like it.
Right.
I like the show. I'm gonna keep watching it.
I totally agree, but I will say that the casting is definitely most of how this works. Like his boss is played by, I don't know her name, but she's Artemis from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Just couldn't pick them better. Tony, did you get a chance to check this out?
No, you picked all the TV shows I didn't see. We were supposed to talk about Westworld. I've watched that.
I know, but then you watched it, so we had to take it out. We'll check that out in the next episode. So I think that's all we got for right now. But before we go, I wanted to ask Will, what have you seen lately? Would you recommend anything to our listeners, or something they should skip?
I gotta say the CW Hero Universe was beginning to lose me with the past seasons, but the new episodes of The Flash and Arrow, and now the new Supergirl, have been great. They are really upping their game. They're bringing in all these different story arcs, especially Flashpoint, which is just so unique, and it doesn't just affect one show; it affects all of them. And I really like that aspect. I like that they all can play in the same universe and grow. I've thoroughly enjoyed that. I've also really liked Pitch. I started watching Pitch with my girlfriend here, and it's
Name drop, girlfriend.
But no, it's really cool. It's really cool, and it's got great music, and the acting's interesting, and the storylines are compelling. I definitely suggest watching Pitch as well. Just wanted to bring up the possibility with the release of the PSVR today.
Yeah.
What is the future of film when it comes to VR here? Do you think experiences will come out where you get to choose the direction you want the film to go in? Similar to something that they did in Until Dawn, but on a much more basic track. Thoughts on that?
So I don't have any thoughts on choose your own adventure films, but I did have the idea for a sitcom where it's like called The Couch, right? And the actors are walking around doing like Friends, right? But you're sitting on the couch, or then they move you to the table and you're sitting in the kitchen with them while they're doing their sitcom acting and stuff like that. And they like talk to you and you're mute or whatever, but you're a character in it, kind of like Peep Show on BBC.
I really like that idea. I really, really do. Tony, thoughts?
Tony?
Yeah, dude, like VR is like a whole other bag of. You're opening Pandora's box with a topic like this. You know, like VR is going to be the biggest thing in the next 5 years. But is it great right now? Probably not where it needs to be. But the fact that PlayStation VR is going to be affordable for the amount of households that have PlayStation 4s already, which is like, I don't know, upwards of 40 million households. Like it's like so many units have shipped PS4. So this could be that thing that gets VR in everybody's household, and that's stuff like what you're suggesting could happen. And I think it will. Like it's going to be a crazy medium for directors and content creators to play around in.
Honestly, I really hope that Hulu or Netflix really, takes a chance here. I know that Hulu
already has stuff.
Hulu already has connected the virtual theater aspect to Oculus. I know that, but I hope they start making content specifically for VR once it becomes more mainstream. It's an exciting time, I think.
So Tony, what are you into right now?
I am kind of all over the place. Like I've been watching all sorts of random stuff. Like in the past month, I've watched *Halt and Catch Fire* up through season 2. I know they just finished season 3. I'm waiting for that to either come on Netflix or on Amazon Prime. But I've also watched *Legend of Korra*, which was fucking awesome. I love the Airbender cartoons. They're great, and *Legend of Korra* is really good too. I highly recommend that. If you've seen The Last Airbender, which is also a fucking great show. If you haven't seen Legend of Korra,
yeah, it is.
It's only 4 seasons. It's 3 or 4, I can't remember.
I think there's only 3.
No, it's 4. You're right.
Sadly, only 3.
It goes like pro bending, then the spirit world shit, then the awesome season, and then kind of the letdown season. But anyways, the thing I'm watching right now, which is I'm definitely watching it, or like hate watching it. I'm watching Lost for the first time. I'm halfway through the 2nd season. Shit's so fucking weird, and it's like watching a train wreck, but then they do something. It's like, okay, all right, like you got me. It's one of these things where they keep introducing so many random elements, and it's like, how the fuck are they gonna explain this? It's like they're not just gonna not explain it at all. Love to see how everyone's told me that season 6 is like fucking terrible, so like I'm probably not gonna watch that. But like the thing that bothers me about Lost more than anything else is that each season is 26 episodes, an hour each, and it's not even like a good quality hour. It's like this could be a half an hour of television and then be just as effective. And it's just long. It's kind of a slog to get through. But like, it might make it to season 2 or season 3. Then I'll just be like, fuck it. There's plenty of other things to watch. But like for now, it's kind of got me. It's kind of got its hooks in me.
I'm glad we started by talking about the Rogue One trailer. Because if you had just tuned in, people could be thinking we're talking about the Phantom Menace trailer, talking about Lost season 1. Are you kidding me? No, but I've got some bad news for you. You use the analogy of a train wreck or a car crash. It's like watching the car almost hit the wall. It's so bad.
So,
But I'm right now watching Luke Cage, and I'm really big fan of that. I just saw what was that movie that we did the podcast for? Darn it! Well, go check out the Movie Guy podcast and listen to the review of the terrible Western movie, of which the name eludes me because it was so bad. It just came out. Denzel, come on, help me out, guys.
Oh, Magnificent Eight.
Magnificent bullshit. Magnificent Seven. You know, it was really bad. We tore it up.
I was gonna let that go.
All right, so
They had that 8th character, man. It might have worked out, but they didn't.
there were 8 main characters though. It was so dumb. Okay. So thanks a lot for tuning in, guys. Tony, I know you have your own podcast. Where can our listener find you?
Oh yeah, so I co-host the Hey I Like That Game podcast. We have one episode up right now talking about Uncharted 2. We have our second episode coming out relatively soon. That's going to be on FTL, Faster Than Light. It's basically me and my buddy Jake talking about video games. So yeah.
Awesome.
Listen to it.
Yeah, and Will, where can people find you?
Right here. This is the first podcast I've done, so just keep listening. Keep, stick with us. We'll get better. But
All
right, well,
good group here. Good group.
Let me get one more plug. Just
sure.
go back and watch my old show, which was Game It or Hate It. Our host here was on an episode, the Sega Bass Fishing episode, which is by far the funniest fucking video I ever made. It was so good.
All right, well,
to our host Alex here.
If you can't hear Tony, he just recommended listening to Game It or Hate It. And I also did an episode of Co-op Required, which I thought was a really good episode.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah. I
so many failed podcasts of yours.
I know. I love making content, but it's really hard to stay consistent.
All right. Well, that's all the time we got. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great night.
Today's episode is brought to you by the Be Real Podcasting Network. For more episodes like this, check out BREELnetwork.com.
Fatality.